Okay, first of all, good morning to all of you. By the grace of great Vaheguru, let us start with today's session. And our today's lecture is time-dependent Schrödinger equation. Time-dependent Schrödinger equation. In the last lecture, we have derived the time-independent Schrödinger equation. Time-independent Schrödinger equation. That is also called a steady state. That is also called a steady state Schrödinger equation. And the equation is del square psi plus 2me upon h cross square e minus v into psi is equal to 0. That is called a three-dimensional time independent Schrödinger wave equation for a restricted particle. Okay. Today we will derive a time dependent. It means in this equation t would be there. But in the yesterday equation, in the time independent, there is no role of time. Time का कोई रोल नहीं था. Okay. T is not visible in the equation, but in the time dependent t would be there. So let us start. What is the solution of the differential equation? What is the particular solution of the differential equation that we have derived yesterday? And the solution is psi is equal to a into e raised to power iota k dot r minus omega t. This is the solution where k is equal to kxi cap plus kyj cap plus kz k cap, and x is equal to axial position vector. Sorry, r vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus z cap. Okay. And what about k dot r? K dot r, dot product of k dot r is equal to xkx plus yky plus zkz, and out plus zkz. Okay. Now let us say this is equation number 1. Now differential equation 1 with respect to x. Differentiation equation 1 with respect to x, both sides. We get. So a is the amplitude, curly psi by curly x is equal to a e raised to power u, derivative is e raised to power u into du upon dx. So e raised to power iota k dot r minus omega t. And now see, now we are doing derivative with respect to x. It means only this part will be differentiated. Omega t will not be differentiated because that will be treated as a constant. वो क्या होगा? Constant माना जाएगा. ठीक है? Because हम derivative किसके respect to कर रहे हैं? x के कर रहे हैं. तो क्या आएगा आंसर? क्या आएगा? curly by curly x. ये आएगा ना? curly by curly x, है ना? क्या आएगा? x के x plus y के y minus z के z minus u. It will not make any difference. तो इसका क्या डेरिवेटिव आएगा? इसका again see, this kx is constant because it is x component of the propagation vector. Yky is constant and zkz is constant. So our answer is curly psi by curly x is equal to, what is this? This is our psi into kx into 1 plus 0 plus 0. So answer is psi into kx. Sorry, iota भी आएगा यहाँ पे, है ना? आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? आइटा भी आएगा. तो हमारा आंसर आया आयोटा psi kx. एंड आउट आयोटा psi कौन सी वाला? Which one? ये वाला, इसका डेरिवेटिव. सॉरी, ये प्लस है. एक्स के एक्स प्लस वाई के वाई प्लस जेड के जेड माइनस ओमेगा टी का डेरिवेटिव क्या आएगा, 0 आएगा। ओके, ओमेगा टी डेरिवेटिव इज 0 बिकॉज ओमेगा टी कैन बी ट्रीटेड एज अ कांस्टेंट क्वांटिटी बिकॉज वी आर टेकिंग डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स। ओके, नाउ लेट अस से दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Again differentiate this equation 2 with respect to x. Okay, differentiate equation 2 with respect to x both sides. So that will become curly 2 psi by curly x square. Curly 2 psi by curly x square is equal to, now see, this will become iota into kx is constant, iota into kx is constant, and this become curly psi by curly x, curly psi by curly x. Okay, now see, this is question number 3. We know what is the answer of curly psi by curly x. That we have already done. Curly psi by curly x हमने पहले निकाल रखा, तो वो will substitute the value 2 in equation 3. तो use 2 in 3. Use 2 in 3. The answer is curly 2 psi by curly x square iota kx into, what is the answer of this curly psi by curly x? That is iota psi kx, and that become iota into iota, iota square, and iota square is equal to -1. So curly 2 psi by curly x square is equal to minus kx square psi. Any doubt? Any doubt? Minus kx square psi. Similarly we can write curly 2 psi by curly y square. What is the answer? Let us say this is question number 4. So similarly curly 2 psi by curly y square will be minus ky square into psi. Okay, for that we have to differentiate with respect to y 2 times. Okay, and curly 2 psi by curly z square is equal to minus k z square psi. भाई हिंदी वालों को समझ आ रहा है ना? International students, are you getting this? Okay, let us say this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Okay, okay, add 4, 5 and 6. Add 4, 5 and 6. Add 4, 5 and 6. What I'm getting? I'm getting. Can I have this? No. Okay. So with the space, okay, I will write here. That will come curly 2 psi by curly x square plus curly 2 psi by curly y square plus curly 2 psi by curly z square is equal to, what is common? Minus is common, kx square plus ky square plus kz square psi. Any doubt? Any doubt? What is this? Kx square plus ky square plus kz square. This is equal to, what's the magnitude of k? K is equal to square root of kx square plus ky square plus kz square, and squaring both sides, k square is equal to kx square plus ky square plus kz square. So my answer is minus k square psi. That is question number 7. Any doubt? That I can write like this, del square psi, left hand side I can write like this, del square psi is equal to minus k square psi. That is question number 8. And this del square is called a, please say your Laplace operator. This del square is called a Laplace operator, and the value of del square is curly 2 by curly x square plus curly 2 by curly y square plus curly 2 by curly z square. Okay, so the value of del square is equal to curly 2 by curly x square plus curly 2 by curly y square plus curly 2 by curly z square. This is called a Laplace operator. This is called a Laplace operator. This is समझ आ रहा है? हिंदी स्टूडेंट्स, इंटरनेशनल सेक्रेड चिंदोबा, patience, are you getting this? Okay, so del square psi is equal to minus k square psi. That is my one equation. Now again differentiate this equation with respect to time. With respect to time, again differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to t. So curly psi by curly t is equal to, now see, now the first part iota k dot r will be treated as a constant. अब जो पहला पार्ट होगा वो कांस्टेंट होगा, क्यों कि हम टाइम के साथ कर रहे हैं. अब डेरिवेटिव होगा आयोटा ओमेगा टी का, सेकंड टर्म का होगा. तो क्या आया, a into s पर आयोटा k डॉट r माइनस ओमेगा टी, मैंने कल भी किया था, इनटू माइनस आयोटा ओमेगा, इनटू माइनस आयोटा ओमेगा. ओके, ये किसके इक्वल है, ये किसके इक्वल है, ये इसके इक्वल है साई के. तो करली साई बाय करली टी इज इक्वल टू साई इनटू माइनस आयोटा साई ओमेगा. एंड आउट. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 9, माइनस आयोटा साई ओमेगा. ओके, okay. Now see, we know that E is equal to h nu. We know that E is equal to h nu. We all know that. Now what I will do, I will divide by 2 pi, multiply by 2 pi. Any difference? No. This will cancel with this. What is h by 2 pi? H by 2 pi is called a reduced Planck's constant, that is h cross. So this will become a h cross. What is this? This is equal to omega, angular frequency omega. And omega is equal to E by h cross. This is equation number 10. Omega is equal to E by h cross. Omega is equal to E by h cross. Okay. Now use this value. Use 10 in 9. इसको बिठा सकता हूँ मैं. Can I rub this part? Use 10 in 9. Use 10 in 9. Use 10 in 9. What I'm getting? I'm getting a curly psi by curly t is equal to minus iota psi, and what is omega? E by h cross. Now what I will do, I will multiply iota h cross both sides. Multiply iota h cross both sides. Multiply iota h cross both sides. So iota h cross curly psi by curly t. This will become minus iota psi e by h cross into iota h cross. because I multiplied, कैंसिल हो जाएगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. h cross will cancel with this iota into iota, iota square, and that iota square is equal to -1, and minus minus plus, and this will become a e sign. So my final equation is iota h cross curly psi by curly t is equal to e psi. That is equation number 11. Any doubt? Any doubt? सबको समझ आ रहा है? अब मैं आगे क्या करूंगा? नाउ सी, वी नो दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू डी ब्रॉगली रिलेशन, व्हाट इज लैम्डा? लैम्डा इज इक्वल टू h over mv. Lambda is equal to h over mv, or it is equal to h over p, or p is equal to h over lambda. P is equal to h over lambda. So I can write like this: h over 2 pi into 2 pi by lambda. Any difference? 2 pi will cancel with this. What is h over 2 pi? H cross. And what is 2 pi by lambda? It is called a k, which is called a propagation constant. So I will write here k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, which is called a propagation constant. Propagation constant. And I have a final equation. Our final equation is P is equal to H cross K. P is equal to H cross K. And what is K? K is equal to P by H cross. And out. K is equal to P by H cross. Now using this equation 12, using 12 in 8, using 12 in 8, use 12 in 8, we get what I am getting? Del square psi is equal to minus p square by h cross square psi. Minus p square psi by h cross square psi. एंड आउट. लास्ट समझ आ रहा है? पवन आगे आ जाओ, सारे पीछे आगे बेंच खाली है. ठीक है? एंड आउट. और यहां से मेरा पी स्क्वायर साई कितना आया? दिस विल बिकम h cross square del square psi is equal to minus p square psi, और मेरा p square psi आया minus h cross square del square psi. एंड आउट. यही आया ना? this h cross square will multiply by this side and this minus sign will go this side, and p square psi is equal to minus h cross square del square psi. Any doubt? समझ आ रहा है साक्षी? इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स आर गेटिंग दिस? Patience. Normally p square psi is equal to minus h square into del square psi. Okay. Can I replace this part? क्या इसको मिटा सकता हूँ मैं इसको? No. Okay, so let us see. Okay, यहाँ से स्टार्ट करता हूँ मैं. Now what is total energy? Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. That is E is equal to K plus V. This is equation number, let us say, this is equation number, let us say P square psi is equal to minus H cross square del square psi is equation number 30. Equation number 30. Okay. Let us say this is equation number 14. What is K?
1 by 2.
K is equal to half a b square. So this become 1 by 2 m square b square by m. This become p square by 2. P square by 2m. And out. Using this and this, so E is equal to p square by 2m plus v. Multiply by psi both side. This will become E psi is equal to p square psi upon 2m plus v psi. This is question number 15. Okay, question number 15. What's the value of p square psi? What's the value of p square psi?
Minus.
P square psi is equal to minus h cross square del square psi. And what is E psi? E psi is equal to iota h cross curly psi by curly t. Now use 11 and 13 in equation number 15. Use 11. Use 11 and 13 in 15. We get E psi is equal to iota. E psi is equal to iota h cross curly psi by curly t, and p square psi is equal to minus h cross square del square psi upon 2m plus v psi plus v psi, and that can be written like this: iota h cross curly psi by curly t is equal to minus h bar square upon 2n into del square psi plus v psi. So this is a time independent. This is the three-dimensional time. This is the three-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for, इसमें v आ रहा है, for restricted particle, for restricted particle, for restricted particle. Restricted particle means, restricted particle means particle is subjected to some external force. Particle is subjected to some external force. Okay. What about for the free particle? For free particle, value of V is equal to, potential energy is equal to 0. So special case 1 for free particle, V is equal to 0. So this will become iota h cross curly psi by curly t is equal to minus h cross square upon 2m del square psi. So this is a three-dimensional time. Why it is called time dependent? Because t is there. There is a presence of time. This is a three-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for free particle. And this 16 is three-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for restricted particle or when the particle is subjected to some external force. ठीक है, अब वन डायमेंशन के लिए निकालो आप, दो इक्वेशंस और आएंगी फॉर 1D के लिए क्या होगा, this del square contain x part, y part and z part, and let us assume that particle is moving along the x-axis only. X-axis only. X-axis means one dimension, and for the one dimensional equation 16 become, for one dimensional for 1D this become del square psi become curly 2 psi by curly x square is equal to d2 psi by dx square. And for 1D we have to assume particle is moving along x-axis. Particle is moving along x-axis only. So the equation 16 becomes iota h cross curly psi by curly t is equal to minus h square by 2m d2 psi by dx square plus v psi. और ये किसके लिए? This equation is valid for, this is the one dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for restricted particle, or when the particle is subjected to some external force. जब पार्टिकल पे बाहर से फोर्स लग रही है, when the particle is subjected to external force or for restricted particle, so this equation 18 is a time dependent, one dimensional time dependent Schrödinger wave equation for restricted particle. And what about the for the free particle? For free particle 1D में for free particle क्या होगा? For free particle V is equal to 0, so this equation will become iota h cross curly psi by curly d is equal to minus h square by 2m d2 psi by dx square. So this is the one dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for free particle. So it means we have a four equations. We have a four Schrödinger equations. Two for 3D and two for 1D. दो 3D के लिए है, एक दो 1D के लिए है. अब 3D में भी दो पार्ट है. One part is for the restricted particle and another part is for the free particle. This is 3D for the restricted particle. This is 3D for the free particle. Similarly, this is 1D for restricted particle. This is 1D for free particle. So it means overall we have a four equation for time dependent Schrödinger equation, and similarly for the time independent that we have derived yesterday. तो उसके भी कितनी equations हैं? We have a four equation for time independent also. So we have a total 8 equations Schrödinger equation. So in the exam, examiner can ask any one of the equation. Calculate the Schrödinger calculate the time dependent Schrödinger equation for free particle. It means that then you have to derive this. Calculate the three-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for free particle. Calculate the time dependent three-dimensional time independent Schrödinger equation for restricted particle. Calculate the one-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for restricted particle. Calculate the one-dimensional time dependent Schrödinger equation for a free particle. So overall we have a four equations. We have a four time dependent Schrödinger equation, and similarly we have a four time independent Schrödinger equation, two for 3D and two for 1D. Under 3D further we bifurcate into two parts. One is for the restricted particle and another is for the free particle. And similarly for the free for 1D for restricted particle and 1D for a free particle. So total for time dependent and for time independent we have 8 equations. We have 8 equations. So this is totally a mathematical treatment. Any doubt from this part? International students, Titenda, Chindova, God knows. पेशेंस. हिंदी वालों को समझ आया सारा? बेटा देखो 4 इक्वेशंस है टाइम डिपेंडेंट की, 2 3D की हैं, 2 1D की हैं. 3D की पहली इक्वेशन किसके लिए है? फॉर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड पार्टिकल और पार्टिकल इज सब्जेक्टेड टू सम एक्सटर्नल फोर्स, और दूसरी है फॉर फ्री पार्टिकल. सिमिलरली 1D के भी 2 है. वन इज फॉर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड पार्टिकल और दूसरी कौन सी है? फॉर फ्री पार्टिकल. फ्री पार्टिकल में हमें पोटेंशियल एनर्जी का लेनी है, 0 लेनी है. For free particle, the value of the potential energy V is taken as a 0. Is taken as a 0. See, V is equal to 0. And we consider the particles moving along the x-axis. अगर y-axis के लिए होगा तब क्या बन जाएगा? Let us suppose that the particle is moving along the y-axis. Then this will become d2 psi by dy square. And if the particle is moving along only along the z-axis, then this will become d2 psi by dz square. You have to choose only one axis. Either you can choose x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. आप तीनों एक्सिस में से कोई एक एक्सिस चूज कर सकते हो. चाहे x कर सकते हो, चाहे y कर सकते हो, चाहे z. अगर y करोगे तो यहाँ पे y स्क्वायर आ जाएगा, z करोगे तो z स्क्वायर आ जाएगा. तो सबसे सिंपल क्या है हमारे लिए सबसे सिंपलेस्ट है, we will choose the particle motion is along the x-axis. हमारे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा आसान क्या है कि हम पार्टिकल का मोशन एज्यूम करते हैं कि पार्टिकल इज मूविंग ओनली along the x-axis. That is why we eliminate the part y and z. We eliminate the part y and z, and we only consider the motion along the x-axis. That is why from the Laplace operator del square we eliminate the part curly 2 by curly y square plus curly 2 by curly z square. So this is the overall mathematical treatment from time dependent Schrödinger equation. Okay, now there is an exercise for you. You have to derive time independent from time dependent Schrödinger equation, and the second question is you have to derive time dependent from time independent. Please write. This question can also be asked. Derive time independent Schrödinger equation. That is a part of the assignment. ये assignment का एक हिस्सा है, ठीक है. Derive time independent Schrödinger equation from time dependent. From time dependent मतलब आपने यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है और आपने कल वाली ड्राइव करना है, ठीक है. Derive time independent Schrödinger equation from time dependent Schrödinger equation. And second question लिखिए. Second question is derive time dependent Schrödinger equation from time independent Schrödinger equation. Second part is derive time dependent Schrödinger equation from time independent Schrödinger equation. Derive time dependent Schrödinger equation from time independent Schrödinger wave equation. So overall we have 4 questions. Either the examiner can ask derive time independent Schrödinger equation for restricted particle. Second question is derive time dependent Schrödinger wave equation. Third question is derive time independent from time dependent Schrödinger equation, and the fourth question is derive time dependent Schrödinger equation from time independent Schrödinger wave equation. So end out from the international side. End out. हिंदी वालों को ही समझ आया सब? बहुत आसान था. कंपाइल करेंगे सेशन. Thank you so much. Thank you.